Hi guys, my name is Cecilia Marie Hudon and I am the art registrar here at the Larson Gallery. I'm also the executive assistant to the executive director, David Links, as well as an active public artist here in our beautiful city of Yakima. And today I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about how I became an artist, as well as some struggles I went through becoming an artist, and also how I got this awesome job working at this cool art gallery. So, first things first, how I became an artist is pretty simple. I was born an artist. It was something I had always gravitated towards, something that kind of came naturally to me. You know, growing up, we were pretty poor. My parents couldn't really afford to send me to art school or afford to, get me this big, huge sketch pads all the time that I'd always wanted. So my mother then allowed me to draw on my walls, and that was an awesome outlet for me. And it also helped keep me out of trouble during my teen years. But it's something that I knew that I'd always loved, and something I knew I wanted to share with the world if possible, or just the city of Yakima if I could, And so once I was old enough, I had explored a lot of career paths, and I've tried all kinds of jobs, but I knew that art was something I wanted to pursue. I just had no idea how to do that. So, it helped to ask around once I knew that this was something I really wanted to pursue. Becoming an artist wasn't easy. An actual real artist is what because even during that time, I never really considered myself to be an artist. I always thought an artist was somebody who lived in New York and had, these huge art gallery shows, and, that just wasn't me, So I never really thought that I never saw myself as an artist at that point. But I was always told that it wasn't something that people in real life did and made a living doing. So I had chosen a lot of different career paths, and explored a lot of different jobs, and just I had always gravitated back towards art. When I would come home from a hard day of bartending, is what I did when I was in my 20s, I would come home and paint, and that was sort of my outlet of de-stressing and getting away from what was going on in the outside world. So I really thought that it was something that was so far-fetched for me, up until I moved back to Yakima. So I grew up here in the Yakima area, and I moved away several years ago to the Portland, Vancouver area, and moved back a few years ago. But during that time, like I said, had other jobs, and I just really, I knew that I wanted to pursue art. I was told that I wasn't even a real artist at that time, but even still, I wanted to pursue this dream I had. So I did just that, and I moved back to Yakima, went ahead and did some asking around. I got David Links's name, and that's kind of where we started working at this gallery. So I had inquired about how I go about, sharing my art with Yakima. I told him I'd moved back to Yakima, and I really, really wanted to share my art and encourage others to express themselves through art. And I had no clue how to do that or pursue that. So once he and I talked and met a couple of times, he told me he needed an assistant. I said I would love to do this. His assistant he had for several years was moving away, so I had some pretty big shoes to fill, and I took him up on this opportunity to work at this cool gallery. It was during that time that I began showing here in the Yakima area. I had my first opening and art show at Gilbert Sellers, And I then went on to do the painted piano project, which was a huge deal. It was the first, I was the first artist selected to do this project, and that was through the Sunrise Rotary Club as well as the Yakima Arts Commission. And then I went on to, work here, and I also participated in some of the membership shows here. And so, it just opened doors for me. And I really would like to encourage you all to continue striving for your dreams and continue pushing forward and never give up, no matter how much people tell you that you are not capable of pursuing this dream that you've always wanted to have. Just know that it's not far-fetched, and know that you deserve it. And as long as you keep pushing forward and keep focused on what you want to achieve in life, you can do that. So on that note, I'm going to let you guys go. I hope you guys have a great day, and thank you so much for listening.